I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. I've always said that I wanted to be remembered as a player that didn't waste a moment. Welcome to the Kobe Show, take 2. Didn't waste a day. So if I could be remembered as a person that was born with a lot of talent, but did everything he could to try to overachieve, I think that's a very powerful message to have. It's something that hopefully the players that are now and players that'll come later choose to embody as well.
You happy with your game?
No, I'm never happy. Never happy. There's always little things that you can do better, so you really have to keep on improving yourself on a daily basis. Keep trying to learn something new.
The consistency of work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and then you can get to where you want to go.
One of your high school friends said, when I was partying, he was playing basketball. When I was waking up, Kobe was playing basketball before class. How would you describe your dedication to the sport even back then?
Well, I tried to find a balance, right? I tried to do both. I had a great deal of energy. So if there was a school party going on or something like that, I'd play basketball for a few hours. I'd do what I had to do and have fun doing it. And then I'd go to the party and I'd show up and I'd have a good time, have fun, and I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, working out and training the next day. So this is obviously, a great amount of sacrifice because it is time consuming and you do have to really focus on your craft a great deal.
I think I realized I was a little different. My first year in the league, when I was very serious about the game at all times, whether it was a shoot around, whether it was a light practice, whether it was on the plane, whether it was at, in the hotel on the road. I would study the game. I would think about our opponents, what we're going to do the next practice, what we're going to do the next game. Not every player was doing that.
The hardest thing with him was getting him to stop.
Yeah, okay, take a break, rest.
Yes.
Take the day off.
That was the most challenging thing with him because over all the years that he had his success, it was about go, go, go. And then when I came on, I was the complete icicle. I got to get you to stop.
I do know on the road, most of the time he spends it in his room, and most of the time he asks us for the tape of the game we played the night before the opponent we're playing the next night. And he has a VCR and he sets it up. And he watches games.
So many guys tell stories about your work ethic.
Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, every day. Since for 20 years. It was an everyday process, and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. My vertical was a 40, it wasn't a 46 or a 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive, right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them, so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast, right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. But I enjoyed it though. So from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed.
I'm gonna ask you a crazy question. After we split apart, were you trying to get more championships than me?
Oh, absolutely.
You were?
Absolutely. And I knew you were going to get one. I knew you were going to get one because of the energy, going into Miami and D-Wade and everything that was there. I knew you were going to get that one. So I knew I had to get at least 2 or 3. I wanted you to get that because I needed that. I wanted that. I wanted people to say, see, this is what they're missing here. This is what they gave up for, right? Kobe should have been the one to go. Now he's in Miami. I needed that. I wanted that. I wanted everybody to hate me. I wanted to fuel off of that and just come back with so much anger and so much vengeance. So I wanted that. So when you won, right after you won, I went out to the track and I ran. And I did my conditioning, I did my drills. I woke up the next morning, I hit my weights, I did my 1,000 shots. I did everything humanly possible to get myself ready. But I needed that. I was like, all right, yeah, good. The lesson I cherish the most is how important it is to love what you do. If you love what you do, and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. When you know you're truly giving it your all, there's no greater feeling in the world.
I think a lot of times, when we're born into this world, we actually wind up going backwards. And it seems like the more we mature, the more responsible our dreams become. And the more governors we put on ourselves and our ability to dream and to reimagine. And it's always a fight for us parents and for you guys to make sure that your dreams always stay pure. And so it's not a matter of pushing beyond your limitations or expectations. It's really a matter of protecting your dreams, protecting your imagination. That's really the key. And when you do that, then the world just seems limitless. It's a great feeling to know that you set a goal for yourself and you were able to reach that goal and to knock it down. There's a quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. I'm not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time. If I just played a great basketball game, had 40 points or whatever, I'm getting all this positive feedback from people who are at the game. My head's swelling up and everything. My parents would be the first people to tell me, hey, look, played a great game, but there's no need for your head to get all big. There's no need for you to get cocky and think that the world owes you something.
Did you see anybody you played with that eventually developed that killer instinct?
Yeah, his name was Kobe Bryant. Because when he first came in, his first 2 years, he was an NBA player, but it's not till that second, third year that he became Kobe Bryant.
During those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. And, here I am today. It's an obsessiveness that comes along with it. You want things to be as perfect as they can be, understanding that nothing is ever perfect. But the challenge is try to get them as perfect as they can be. And what can you do? It's in your control. So control what you can. You're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. Go after your dreams, right? Go after it. I never compromised that. I never allowed anybody to tell me what I was capable of accomplishing. I never let anybody tell me that I can't do, right? I went after it. If you want to accomplish something or do something that a lot of people think is difficult to accomplish, you have to put all your eggs in one basket. There's no compromise. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. And you know what? Much to your surprise, I took that counselor's advice. I took it and I used it to be the best basketball player I could be. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious, always seek out things you love, and always work hard once you find it.
Well, and we're in a culture that is driving everybody towards this idea that happiness is purchased through luxury, comfort, and ease.
And we want it very fast. If you don't see results in the first 2 days or the first week, I'm done. That's the mentality of most people. The struggle is too real. We're not patient. Like in a world where you can Google the best restaurants around me right now, no one is patient. And for you to lose weight, for you to stop drinking, whatever the hell you're going through, it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of pitfalls, a lot of plateaus. You're gonna hit so many fucking plateaus. If you don't know how to get around that plateau, it's not gonna happen fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody wants the hack.
Yeah, everybody wants the hack. There is no hack, man. There's no hack.
What do you think is the biggest stumbling block that most people face with this kind of journey?
Honestly, is they have the woe is me mentality. It's too hard. Life isn't fair. These things in life are not easy for me. You look to your left, you look to your right, and you start to judge yourself off other people. Like, if you're a female, well, she's skinny and she doesn't work out as hard as I do, and everything starts to corrupt your mind. You start to look around too much at other people and what they're doing, and that starts to corrupt your own dialogue. We are judging ourselves against too many fucking people. You have to judge yourself against yourself. And that's the one thing I started learning, man. This isn't a race against me and Rich Roll. This is a race against David Goggins and David Goggins alone. And once you can silence all that bullshit, all the outside interference and things that are attracting your mind to everything, you can then start to grow and realizing I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline, and this is how I'm gonna run it.
I think that so many people are so disconnected from themselves. They're operating on autopilot. They're reacting to their environment.
That's the big thing, man. And that's why it was important for me to finally realize, stop being all these fake people I used to be, stop being afraid. There was no growth until I cut myself down to nothing, to the person I really was, the real human being. And once I found out who I really was, that's when I started growing. I was trying to build on top of a lied, fucked up foundation. You can't build a house on a fucked up foundation. So I had to get down to the actual mineral soil of who I was, and that's when you can start real growth.
And what is the role that suffering plays in that, or the willingness to suffer?
It starts to peel all those layers away, all those artificial layers away. If you're willing to suffer and go back in the grind, that internal dialogue you have with yourself when you're in misery and you're uncomfortable, it's a real, scary, unfiltered, no lying dialogue between you and yourself. And people know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when you're in a bad spot in life and your mind is saying all kind of shit. That's who you really are. That's the real you. No Rocky Balboa moments going on up there. You're like, hey, you know, it's round 14. Let's come on, we got this. No, it's like, fuck this, I'm out of here, man. This is crazy. That's where the growth happens. When you're able to stay in that moment and talk yourself back into the suck of wherever you're going through, and you start stripping those layers away, but as you're stripping those layers away, you're building calluses over top of shit in your mind. That's where the growth starts to happen, is when you have to force yourself to stay in it. You can't leave it. Like that first 100-mile race I've talked about several times, where I lost everything.
Still the hardest physical thing you've ever done, right?
Yes, physically and mentally, because like you just said, I was unprepared for that race.
No training. Nope. Just recap it, like zero training, running 100 miles so that you could...
And it was like 3 days later, I'm in a 100-mile race, no training at all. And when you do that, it is stupid. But what it does, if you're not going to quit it, like you just talked about, it breaks you down to nothing. You are suffering so badly mentally and physically that all of these demons are coming up. And you're trying to find answers, and you're trying to find answers. It was like living 19 hours. It's like 5 years I put into 19 hours of highs and lows and pitfalls and seeing the sun come up. And it was like, my God, I lived 5 years in 19 hours. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
So do you find yourself chasing that now with every ultra challenge?
No, because once you realize what you get from ultra, what you get from life, I can apply that now just by sitting here with you. You know, those tools now, I don't need to go out, even though I still do it, and go out and hammer. The hammering part is like, you know, it's like a purging of the soul. You go out there and hammer out there.
You got to do that every once in a while.
You got to hammer, man. You got to get after it. But now I figured out so many different ways and so many different tools through all of the journeys I've been through just growing up, man. Just being mature, you know, just being really mature.
But where do you go to? You wake up on a morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking.
It's warm on the couch. Your missus says stay in bed. It's comfy, it's cozy. You've got work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly hungover.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't going to do what I'm going to do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me fucking happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I fucking thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be. To get into the class I had to get into, I had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months. So I was like, fuck that, I can't do that. I grabbed my chocolate milkshake and went back to Ecolab. I'm going back to work, man. This is my life. So in this job, you're looking for cockroaches, looking for rodents and stuff like that. I don't like cockroaches too much. I hit the mother load of cockroaches. And this restaurant got full of cockroaches and rodents and everything else. And I sat there and I said, this is my life. I said, this is my life. You are exactly who the fuck, this is it. And I said, this ain't gonna be it for me. So in that restaurant, I quit my job, left my canister in that restaurant, my spray canister, got back in my Ecolab truck, and I went home. And I started working out like somebody, I became the most obsessed person on the planet Earth. And I was basically, I had to invent a guy that didn't exist. I had to invent a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment, be called nigger, be called whatever the fuck in the world, and be able to stand in the fucking room and say, go fuck yourself. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering. I built it through downright fucking just crushing myself. If it was raining outside at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, if it was snowing, the first instinct is don't go out there and do shit. My instinct was, we gotta fucking go out there. Anything that was fucking horrible in my life that I would normally say no, that was inhumane to most people, I had to go do it. And I started callousing my mind at this point in my life. And I lost the weight. And I went back to recruiter. I got into that class, and I went through 3 Navy SEAL Hell Weeks in 1 year. Only guy to ever be in 3 Hell Weeks in 1 year, to my knowledge. The first one I didn't make it through. The next 2 I did. And that I just didn't. I didn't stop anymore from there. And I started realizing through this process that the fucking mind is what you created. And I started opening different doors that I didn't think were even there, that I didn't think even existed. And the more doors I opened up, the more I started realizing that my potential is damn near endless. And it changed my whole mindset. So I went from David Goggins and I created Goggins. And that journey is a priceless journey that is hard for me to even explain to people because it sounds so quick and easy. Like I just lost this weight and I went through 3 Hell Weeks, I went to Ranger School, went to Delta Force Selection, whatever it is. It was brutal. It's a brutal journey every fucking day. And everybody goes, well, are you happy? If anybody knows my life story, and I try to give you just a snippet of it, where I'm at today is in front of Joe Rogan telling you my life. To get through where I became, to get through where I'm at now, there's nothing but pride I have for myself that I can't really show people. Because I have this face that they see like, are you happy? What's wrong with you? I'm driven, I'm obsessed. And that's what you see.
So you come back, you do the quarter mile,
right?
You walk back home. How do you regroup?
So what I did, I sat down there and I put Rocky in. I got my milkshake, put Rocky. I said, you know what? I was big time in Rocky and Platoon. Why Platoon? I love to see people who were getting beat down, and there's scenes. There's scenes that just drove me, and people in my Hell Weeks, I was in 3 of them, they'd always hear me singing these songs, humming these songs in torturous situations when everybody's quitting this fucking code. I would be somewhere gone, somewhere fucking dark as shit. There's a scene in Platoon when Barnes shoots Elias, and they think Elias is dead, and the choppers are taking off, and Charlie Sheen's asking, Tom Berenger, where's Elias? William Dafoe. Oh, I found him back there dead somewhere. And through the woods, the Viet Cong is chasing Elias through the woods and they're shooting him in his fucking back. And all he wants to do is get to the fucking chopper. He's getting shot in his back, he's getting up, he's getting shot in his back, he's getting up. And you see this guy just fighting. I love the fucking guy who just fucking fights. And so I put these things in as reminders that you're gonna have to fucking suffer, man. This fucking .25, man, this is, man, you're gonna have to fucking suffer to go from this fat, insecure motherfucker to one of the best guys on the planet Earth. This journey is gonna take something that is gonna be incomprehensible to most people. And these different visualizations, how I visualize in my self-talk, it became so nasty and dirty that I almost liked the fact that I went .25. So it became from being defeated to like, man, all right, motherfucker, maybe maybe tomorrow we can go .75. It just became this different mindset. I turned negatives into positives. So I would take it like, who would even think about doing this? So I would sit on my couch saying, who at 297, who can't fucking swim that great, who's scared of the fucking water, would have the fucking balls? Who had the balls to fucking man up, quit a job, and go and just put everything on himself? So it's how I started talking to myself and putting myself in a whole different category, and that would fuel me the next day, and I just kept using that as fuel. No one would do this shit. No one would do this shit. You're the baddest motherfucker around. You're the baddest motherfucker ever lived. And I just kept fueling me with the right kind of message that I needed to hear that I was never telling myself. And through time, it became reality to myself.
There's a lot of people that change who they are depending upon what people want from them.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's important, man. Most people struggle their whole life to find out who they are. Struggle their whole life to find out what defines them, what they actually enjoy and what they don't.
You start putting yourself in situations that suck, you'll find yourself.
Yeah.
You'll find it real quick. It's the only way to find yourself. You don't find yourself, if you like bench pressing and you bench press all the fucking time, what are you finding out? If you like to swim, that's all you want to do is swim, what are you finding out? Put that, people always, people talk about triple down on your fucking strengths.
Right.
That's the fucking weakest shit in the world. No, triple down on your fucking weaknesses.
Yeah.
Find out something about yourself. There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this. This isn't a hobby. This isn't a fucking joke. It's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach. There's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you. So think about this. You've been working your whole life to get a fucking seat at the table. The seat at the table is you want to be the best amongst all the best people in your fucking career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster. It's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you show up soaking wet from fucking getting after it, working out hard. Towel around your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel over that nice chair so you don't fuck it up. The whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard. I get to about 200 and some odd miles, and I'm sick as hell. Can't breathe, high altitude pulmonary edema, totally jacked up. And now the doctor tells me if you get off course now and you go to the doctor, you won't be able to come back and finish the race. So I had to make a call. Like, you know what, I'm pretty messed up, got off. I'm literally laying in bed, and I thought, honestly, I swear to God, I thought that someone was speaking to me. It was like, you're not done yet, motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was actually probably my subconscious saying, get your ass back out there. I know that I'm already, DNF'd. So no matter what happens here, I'm not gonna be an official finisher of this race.
This isn't for glory.
No. This is now for the fact that you can. So either you can sit here and not and think about that for a whole year until you come back here and do this, or you can go out there for yourself and take some kind of pride in knowing that you could and you did. I have 40 miles to go. I'm gonna have Jennifer drop me back off at the spot where I left. Now I'm gonna finish this fucking race. All the fucking times that I was like, I'm not going back. And I went back. I'm not going back, and I went back. I'm not going back, and I went back. It showed me even more of what we have as humans. if we're willing to go there and we're willing to push that extra step. And like I say, I always tell people, a lot of people, man, how do you do what you do? At the end of the day, I ask myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. So a lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. But I can always take one more step. So if I choose not to, that's on me. And I got to live with that. What separates me from a lot of people is they go into a daunting task, and the task is overwhelming. Like when I heard the pull-up record was 4,020 pull-ups, and I was talking about breaking this record, people are like, oh my God. I went right to a pen and paper. Like, what are you doing? I'm doing the math, man. What are you talking about? I'm open-minded to the fact that, okay, if I do 5 pull-ups in a minute for so many hours, I can get so many pull-ups in. How much time do I have to rest? I was breaking the math down. You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. So that's why my eyes and my body light up about things, because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I realized. I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. So that's why I came with this thing called Taking Souls in my book. I started to devise ways to break a soul of a human being, of an object, of whatever's in front of me. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. What? Nothing. At mile 70, man, it was torturous. And with blood down my leg and 30 miles to go, I started reaching the cookie jars, man. I started pulling off all kind of stuff. I reached in my mind, and a lot of us, when we have bad times in life, even the hardest first person in the world, we forget how badass we are during that hard time. I have a thing where I take a couple seconds to reflect on, hang on, man, you've been through this, you've been through that, you overcame this, overcame that. I don't ever close my mind to the fact that this can be done. And I knew I had to get up, I needed nutrition, I needed hydration, I needed to stop being dizzy. So that's the first thing I did. I didn't panic on I had 30 more miles to go to get 100. I started about the process. Slowly but surely I was able to stand up, and I was literally hobbling around this track, just walking. No running at all. I couldn't run. My feet were in the worst pain. This is the worst pain I've been in my entire life. Nothing in any training is even comparable to this last 30 miles. And what happened was, my ex-wife looked at me and she's like, man, we agreed I'm not gonna make the time. I was going way too slow. And at that time, at mile 81, something clicked that I'll never probably be able to do again, when my mind, body, spirit, soul, everything just connected. And my mind knew I wasn't fucking around anymore. It knew I wasn't gonna quit. It knew that guy was dead and buried and gone. And I was gonna die out here on this fucking one mile for whatever reason why I was gonna get through this motherfucker. I didn't give a damn. It made there was no fucking crowds. There was no trophy at the end. I wasn't even in a race in my mind. It was nothing. It wasn't about nothing. There was no nothing. It was a bunch of people who didn't know who the fuck I was, and it was me against me. And I used all these different dark places to start bringing out light and just fucking going deeper and deeper. Ended up running the next 20 miles. I ran 101 miles, and I ran the next 20 miles, at about a 10:30 pace. And I did 101 miles in 18 hours and 56 minutes. I built Goggins from the ground up. I was born David Goggins. David Goggins wasn't good enough. He was a scared, bullied, abused kid who struggled in life. And that kid, whenever something got tough, no matter how hard I trained, no matter how ready I was, David Goggins, the real David Goggins, would come out and he would quit. So I realized this over a period of time. So I had to build Goggins. And in that process, I had to go back to that mental lab. And that mental lab is at scratch. That mental lab is in that trained humility. And so that's where I get better. I get better when I'm digging holes in the ground, when I'm waking up early knowing I don't have to do these things. That's where I get better.
So it's important to stay hungry.
It's important to stay hungry, but it's important more to stay humble within that hunger. So while you're hungry, a lot of people are hungry, but humility is everything. I always fix the things on the surface. So if I couldn't read and write, I learned to read and write. I would always fix these things on the surface level. And so whenever something hard would raise its ugly head, I didn't have any kind of tools to handle it. I'm like, man, I thought I fixed this already, man. But no, I didn't go deep into the dungeon of my soul to say, okay, what is making you a quitter? What is making you a weak man? What is making you afraid? And so that's why I kept on quitting and going back to start, or not knowing how to get through hard times. And that's why I always tell people, I'm not a theorist. I didn't study, I didn't study a fucking book. I literally put myself in a fire repeatedly, like a sword. You put a sword in a fire repeatedly and repeatedly. If you keep on doing that, you're gonna get a nice sword. And then you keep on beating it. You gotta beat the shit out of it. And that's what I am. Yeah. I became that. I said, okay, we can't quit. We gotta figure out why you are this pussy. Why are you this pussy, man? What is wrong with you? What's going on here? So I kept on putting the sword back in the daggone fire, and I just beat it harder. And I beat it harder. Before I knew it, I started realizing, all right, man, the brain is starting to get hard. I'm no longer a theorist. I'm now a practitioner. I put it in hell. I dissected it while it's in hell, because you can't dissect anything in a normal environment. You can't dissect anything in 72-degree weather. You must put it in the fucking freezer and freeze the fuck out of it. And then you dissect it. Dissect it when it's miserable. Dissect the brain when all it's thinking about is, I need to get out of here, man. I want to get out of the fucking freezer. Open the door. And you said, nah, 5 more seconds, man. 5 more seconds in the freezer. And that's when you start to pick that brain apart. And that's what all this stuff did to me. I kept on putting myself back into the freezer or the fire and beating the shit out of myself. mentally and physically. Before I knew it, this is what happened. Hell Week's 130 hours. And 130 hours is a lot of seconds. A lot of fucking seconds. And if you lose, let's say you win every second but one. You lost. It only takes 1 second for you to lose the whole thing. You're in a situation where life is sucking. Let's say you're in extreme cold down, and your life is flashing before your eyes. Every time that wave goes over your head, your thought process is, I gotta get the fuck out of this water. And you're in Hell Week. And you're hour 1 of 130 hours. It's all fun and games, okay? Because at the beginning of Hell Week, the guns are going off. It's like a pep rally. So you're fucking hyped up. And your boys are linked arms and you're getting sprayed. It's like a fucking pep rally. But then what they do is they shut that shit off. They shut it off. All that hoo-yah, all that hype gets real quiet.
Delete it.
And they march you out to that surf zone for something called surf torture. And it's that water, that Pacific Ocean is cold as shit. So no more pep rally. You're now in your head. You're linked arms with, your brothers beside you. You don't know if they could be there long or not. You don't care anything about yourself. You lay back, and that first wave hits you. Your mind goes straight from hour 2 all the way to hour 130. You can't process 5 days of this shit. You're now in a fuck you, like I gotta get out of here. You're in fight or flight. It's cold, I can't be cold this long. And then this is where that 1 second decision comes. You forgot every reason why you went. You don't care about SEALs. You don't care about English. You don't care about fighting the country. You don't care about that gaudy throwing trident that they put on your chest. You don't care about English. All you want to do is go back home. You want the warmth. You may want something to eat. You want your girl to hold you. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose. So what I do in that 1 second, because we all think about quitting, but what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally. You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. That's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's gonna get you through hard times. Most people fail that 1 second. So what happens, what I do in that 1 second, and there's a bigger process to all this, but in that 1 second, so I physically stay in the water, but mentally, I'm on the fucking beach with the fucking instructors. And the instructors, it's cold outside, so they got these parkas on, they got their cup of fucking Joe, and they're warm because they've already been through it. So now it's your turn to go through it. So mentally, I get back with them. I'm still in the water physically, but mentally I'm back with them. I'm chilling. I got my parka on, and now I'm thinking logically because I'm warm now. Mentally, I'm warm. I'm taking that 1 second. Let's not quit yet, guys. Let's fucking think about your options. Where are you going to end up if you quit this shit? Where are you going to go?
10 kills
What are you
remaining.
going to say to yourself? Because you know you're going to get warm. The second you get on this water, you can take a shower, and you can be warm. And you could be, and in 5 days you could be out. So I start thinking logically. I calm my brain down because your brain just wants to get the fuck out. Ring the bell, push your helmet down, get warm, and then you're really fucked. And these are the things you have to think about in the 1 second decision. So that's what that's all about. It's about gaining control of your mind, putting things back in the proper perspective, and then saying, I really do want to be here. I'm gonna have a bunch of these 1 seconds through this 130-hour journey. And I have to learn to control this, because if I fail one of these 1 seconds, I will not be a SEAL. I will not be a doctor. I will not be a lawyer. I will not be whatever the fuck it is. So that's how important that 1 second decision is. It's all about your mind takes control of you. You have to say, fuck you. I run this motherfucker. And that's what that's all about. where mediocrity is often rewarded. And I sat there and I had time to reflect back on my life. Being bullied, coming from nothing, learning disabilities, messed up foundation. Life isn't fair at all.
One kill
What are you gonna do about it? I knew that no one would come back to help me. No one would miracle me to be somebody special. It's solely on me. So I had to start developing an indestructible mental toolbox. I honestly want to be considered one of the hardest men to walk the planet Earth in the history of the world. And what I mean by hard, I'm not talking about the guy who does the most pull-ups, the most sit-ups, runs the most. Just a person who's able to overcome any adversity in front of him, to figure out a way. Hardness isn't about all this physical shit, man. Yeah, it helped me get to where I'm at. But all I was doing in the whole process, the process wasn't to be ripped, it wasn't to walk around with my shirt off. That wasn't it. I knew through the physical challenges, through the physical suffering, my mind was getting stronger. I was literally doing that for a reason. I had a weak mind. All the rest just happened to come with it. I was trying to strengthen the mind to handle all the judgment that's passed on me. Perceived and not. Sometimes you make it up in your own head. I'd rather you hate me and get better than like me and stay the same. A lot of us are full of shit. I was one of those people back in the fucking day. And sometimes I'm still full of shit. We think that we're working our ass off, working hard. We've been working out hard in the gym for a month, but we haven't seen any results. So we get all fucking down and poopy pants and shit. You study for 30 minutes for a fucking test, and you didn't do as well as you thought. What the fuck did you expect? You're not putting in the work. You have to do more. You gotta stop telling yourself that you're doing enough. In life, it's never enough until you feel this overwhelming feeling of shit, man. I'm outworking the crowd. I'm outworking everybody. I'm doing more. It's not until then, once you get there, that's when you fucking know you've done enough. Stay hard. We live in a world now that's so kind.
Deathmatch.
We find the kind way around everything. Like, if you don't look good, I have to find a kind way of saying, I don't like your shirt. That's not the approach. The approach you have to take, at least I took. Take no approach you want. The conversation had to be a real, honest conversation. In the accountability mirror, guess what? I was fat. Don't find a kind word to say that, you know what, I've gained some weight. No, you're fat. When I couldn't read, not like, hey, you know, even learn this. No, I cannot read. For 4th grade reading level, I'm struggling. And sometimes I call myself stupid, not in a way to put myself down. So don't take it like my God was so hurtful. Yeah, the hurtful is honest. When I was in the military, we go on these instructor-led runs. Most of the time, we knew the start and end point. On the way back, I started seeing people getting happy and shit because the end was near. But there were some asshole instructors that would hear the happiness and go right on past the end point. When that happened, everybody stopped talking. Heads would stop dropping. And I started taking fucking souls. At that time, I knew what happened in their minds. They were living off the hope factor. They hoped the instructors would stop running. They hoped the water was never cold. They hoped the weather was fucking good. I don't live off that hope shit. I wish the water was cold. I wish them motherfucking instructors would stop fucking running. I wish the fucking rain. When the idiot is unknown and the Christian is unknown, that's when you know who the fuck you are. Stay hard. When you take that road, you just don't want to just fit in. It's a lonely road. You get a lot of haters, man. Like I tell people all the time, man, if I could walk on water, motherfuckers would say it's because I couldn't swim. And I used to get so mad, like I said, about this fucking shit, man. But I sat back one day, I was like, you know what? All these people are haters. These people are funny. Keep on talking your shit, I will absorb it and make a mixtape out of your fucking ass, like I do. You will never, never in life meet a hater doing better than you. I fucking realize that. And people get so mad at the lies and this and that, because it comes all through. They spew. I told Jennifer that shit, man. Stop. Fucking calm down, bro. The conversation has to become an honest conversation of where you're at mentally. Where am I at mentally? I look like shit. I feel like shit. I'm falling behind in school. I'm lazy. My house is a mess. You have to look at what it is and call it what it is. Don't find words to make yourself feel better, because so we hang around people that make us feel better, that tell us what we want, not what we need to hear. And so we stay away from those people. And we stay away from those people, like our internal dialogue becomes that kind, it's okay. It's not okay. So that's where it starts. It starts with that accountability of it's not okay anymore. This can no longer be.
Get out of here.
And calling yourself out for exactly what you are and exactly how you need to fix it. You know, I just want to be able to handle all of that. Everything.
Dominating.
I want to be perceived as that. Like an old school barbarian, an old school guy that's like, God, dog, man. Nothing can hurt the guy. This is why the fucking title can't hurt me. I want people to have that mantra in their life. Take that with you. Take it everywhere you go in life. And if you believe that and you work towards that, callous in your mind, strengthen yourself, can't hurt me is strong. In any situation, like when I was in Buzz, they beat the shit out of you. Like you say, can't hurt me, motherfucker. And they were beating the hell out of me. But you say that enough to you. False motivation becomes fucking real motivation. Honestly, the next big challenge right now is what I'm doing right now. Like, when I was in 6th grade, I stuttered severely bad. 6th grade, 4th grade, horrible. My hair would fall out, white splotches over my skin. Horrible, horrible anxiety. So, me talking about myself as much as I am on stage, on podcast, I'm still so I'm constantly coming outside my comfort zones and doing this stuff now, sharing my story with people as much as I can.
My first week back right after I was 6 weeks. I'm not lying, you don't understand me. I don't give a shit.
10 kills remaining.
But one thing I found out, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world. One thing I fucking do know. Like you're gonna keep coming down from all your failures, all your doubts, all your shit. You're gonna keep fighting, keep getting up. Never fucking lay down your shit. That's one thing we should all agree on. If you've been broken once, you know how that shit feels.
5 kills remaining.
Fuck it. Try and break me again. One thing in life. Suffering has no expiration date. You don't give a fuck if you're black, white, poor, rich, where you come from, how you were raised. But keep coming after you. Stay hard.
If you're trying to go to that uncommon, amongst the uncommon place,
1 kill
it's a
remaining.
lonely motherfucker up there, man. It's lonely. I'm not saying I'm better than every fucking body. I'm not saying that. I'm not speaking for every SEAL. But I didn't try to be what they were.
There's people that are willing to go very far, and then there's people that are willing to go far further than that.
That's it.
And when you're a person who prides yourself on your ability to go very far, and then someone is willing to go far farther than you have to
Match found.
They have no idea how hard this I am.
What?
Sheesh.
Can you go close, Jet? God,
Or
it's
Neon.
very quick.
Let's go, let's win this. I want one taps everywhere, man.
Instalock mean confident guy, so it's easy.
Match found.
They have no idea how hard this I am.
Hello. Oh, brother.
Hello.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Allô, j'arrive frérot, attends, 2 secondes. Putain, non, non. Oh, let's go stream.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Long. One enemy remaining. Spike down C.
Tell me for flash 3. One more, nice. I flash 3.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no, there's a mid.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Spike down B. I'm for your trial.
Break please. Outfax.
Last player standing.
Block.
One enemy remaining. My heart's last player standing.
I remember the machine skills you made. What they did to... Never mind. It does not matter.
Hello, brother.
Hello guys.
We get to win?
I hope.
Yeah.
We are gonna
Let's
win.
go. You know, because you're so nice, like, I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna win this easy.
Mid peep.
Smoke. Smoke.
Fuck, no.
Chill out.
Spike planted.
Ah, you peek. Push it.
One garage. Okay, not on this.
Cypher, just tell me where they are. I'll do the rest.
So good, so good. I saw many mid again. One in front of the bottles. I saw Jet and maybe Flo.
Big coming.
50 Jet, 50 also, 50 Clove.
He's going one.
1 HP I saw then. 1 HP I saw. I hit him 52.
Last player standing.
Left one.
I saw mid. No more shield. So they like to play mid a lot, these pussies.
I'm nothing like the enemy core.
Let's just wait for them on side.
Caught dead in that outfit.
You could just triple out window, me Jet Rain out window. They have no flash. And Jet, go top.
You want to peek window?
Yes, hold.
Let's go.
Here.
Je l'arrache.
Are you coming?
On y est, oui.
Dropping smokes.
Let's very take.
Hit me out, get!
Should be fake.
Yeah, they're fake.
I'm going back C. Or maybe they froze. Ah, never mind. That's Killjoy on Courage.
There you go. Bye.
Could be the lurk. No,
Hey,
it's
long
not
mid.
Jack. Ah, bien sûr il trade. Hein. Bien sûr il trade.
Spike planted.
Please jump.
2v3 winnable. You have recon?
Minus 105k.
There's alarm bot here, alarm bot. Two default. One main.
Last player standing.
I don't have a take, guys. Just stay on site, please.
You said it was air.
Yeah, just 3.
No, you said it's a fake when I got there.
Yeah, inside bro.
No, it's Cypher, you're right, but still you have to stay on the set. You have to be the last one to rotate. I'm just saying though, not blaming you. It's okay.
I must weave my web better.
Give us
It's you and me.
It's
rotate C.
Spike planted.
Default 1.
Non, dommage. Killjoy is still on. Minus 50.
Last player standing.
Taken out.
You can get that gun, I'll smoke you. Get a gun, get a gun. Get a gun, get a gun.
Double kiss.
Yeah, they have no flashes, man. We should be fighting them.
Give me a minute. I need
If you're gonna fight, I'll fight together, hey long. Like, really.
Embarrass them. Cutting their vision.
revealing area.
People.
My ult is ready.
I have my ultimate to cancel plant.
Spike planted.
Minus
1
80,
HP,
so.
ça va.
Oh, this fuck.
Wait for me, wait for
Right, 90 on kill here.
Can you smoke the bomb?
No, 1 second I can.
One enemy remaining.
Both. Take that.
Last player
Wow.
standing.
Vas-y, j'ai pas vu que j'avais plus de flash.
Ah.
Putain, je les flash.
They couldn't kill us. Now they're dead.
I need this.
Let's have a drop. Oh, you bought me.
Win. We survived.
Take my gun, so.
Let's see.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good job.
now I have my ultimate. So. See.
Up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up. Still not on side, mate. What are we doing?
It's gonna be A.
Aïe 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 aïe.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
One should be under level.
Chill, one under one. Short one.
Last player standing.
Under. Maybe can you wait your ultimate, Cypher?
Can we try the same old trick?
Wait for me, Zephyr, please.
Track them
C'est
down.
chiant à défendre Raven quand.
It's BB.
Spike planted. Last player
Ils
standing.
revérifient, wesh, ils ont pas l'info.
No peeking.
On a faire, c'est Retake Simulator déjà. Ils vont A, ils vont B, ils vont C et quand même ça. I hold it. They have a lot of hits. They have kids who might try.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
I think ISO's gonna try and ult C again.
Stay back.
Standing ahead.
Yes.
They can't.
It's you and me.
Good job. Gabby.
Spike down, C.
CT.
I never left.
Go ahead, play, go everyone side. Oh. Go, play.
Yes, inside.
Only one, only one.
Be together, be together.
Reina, we need to play Reina, we have advantage on site. Huh? Just help your teammate. Love fighting, we go.
Look your enemy in the eye. Need a drop.
Yeah, if we whiffing this, GG, bro.
Nah.
Was?
That's two shooting one guy, man, and we both. I don't know. Hello?
No steps there.
Fucking.
In sight. Embarrassing.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
No more.
One enemy
so-
remaining.
On side.
I'll smoke and you get on top. Very dang long with fucking one way, bro.
Revealing area.
Here we go.
Concentrate, Sova.
You had your fun. My turn.
You're good.
Why you want to FKK? Just stay focus. No need to push. Cypher, you chill. Never push, never picks.
Garage.
Smoke garage. In through garage. What the fuck is this Carrick? Holy fuck, I can't do anything.
I don't know.
Look how far I'm staying back and he's still fucking headshotting me.
Hey, your trap is bad, I guess. Huh? You cross sight.
He came through garage, hello?
Player standing. Long.
It's all good, guys.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your heart.
Yeah, Cypher recry, but you don't know who play his champions. Just put one trap C, one trap
I put
garage.
a trap here, I put a trap here. They run through this, they run through that. It doesn't make a difference because you're not holding it.
Come into the unknown.
They will cover.
Hey.
It's you and me.
I saw a lobby. Cypher, wake up. Hey, shot one.
Short.
No more shield.
One long.
Spike down A.
Just fucking play the
Last
game,
player
Cypher.
standing.
Yeah, GG.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
No. Yo, Cypher, you went AFK on purpose or
Nothing
had
will
to do
be
something?
saved after this. Use it. Now, where to set up shop?
Get out of my way!
Nowhere to run!
Oh, someone see. Yeah, that's you, that's you. Nice, I keep ISO.
Spike planted.
Take flight.
They went a lot long.
Player
Garage,
standing.
garage, careful.
One enemy remaining.
The ramp.
Switching sides.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage.
I might give you some advice. Once you accepted that ISO is better than you, you're forced to lose every fucking duel. So that's why you need to start that thought when it comes. He's just a fucking human, like all of us.
Yeah, respectfully, there's two of you here fighting one guy and you both die.
No vengeance.
Support the asshole.
Come back for once.
Yeah, it's probably cheating, honestly.
Probably cheating, man. So many cheaters. Yeah, there's so many cheaters.
That's right. Oh, you're going on it?
No, I mean just move, but you got lucky.
Our spikes down.
Three,
Last
three.
player standing. Spike down.
One more
C.
side. I just in my smoke, but he shot me and threw through it, like, just
Ah,
lucky.
okay.
Match point.
One of my cameras is broken.
Shit happens, I guess, huh? It's unlucky. So good, we have good health. We have a good life. Nothing to be sad about. Clove pushing B, clove pushing B.
Last player standing.
Easy.
Defenders win.
You too, man.
Oh,
Have a good day, guys. Ah, unlucky, hein. Tombé contre monsieur je smurf ou monsieur je cheat peut-être, je vois. On va voir. Play zone 006, je vais voir son tracker. Tout hasard. Avec Elisabeth. Ah, un petit mec qui booste sa girl. Encore un petit pote qui booste sa girl. Ouais, c'est pas mal ça, il joue tout le temps au duo avec Elisabeth. Ah ouais, putain. Ah ouais, c'est hard. Ah, les gens ils sont fous, frère. Eh, viens avec moi, je vais le bouche, regarde, il est trop fort aux yeux. C'est trop. Je reporte au cas où. Même si t'es pas si fort.
Match found. They have no idea how heartless I am. Many souls as it takes, Lucia. Te lo juro.
Hello.
Gotta go.
Hello, brother.
I'm out of here.
One market.
Nice.
Market one. One backside. Backside, backside. Backside one.
One enemy remaining.
Backside last.
Last player
1 HP,
standing.
1 HP, 1 HP. My bad. Should have killed him. I hit him for 90. Je suis précipité dans mon pic. Au lieu de l'exploser, je me suis fait exploser. GG. J'ai pas besoin de me prendre du pic, j'ai pas besoin de forcer. Manque de lucidité dans le dernier geste.
Sure.
Down A.
Sérieux?
Here.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
What the fuck?
Vas-y, go anyways. From B, we...
Copy of me. Where did you come from?
Can you get Cypher?
Roll for initiative.
Gotta go.
One on mid. One on mid. Kayo, behind you.
I got spot.
One bullet yet.
One market. Can be easy.
Still in sight. Last player standing.
Purée.
Enemy
Taken
remaining.
out.
Nice.
My face.
Don't get it.
Go.
Spikes here.
I'm out of here.
Like flashing neon.
Okay, sure.
Spikes here.
I'm out of here.
Right now.
I can't see anything.
Spike down. Out of charges.
T-spawn. Here.
Remaining.
Outside.
Outside. Hey.
Just cut sound, cut sound.
Last player standing.
J'ai pas mon ult, je l'aurais fait, je pense. Reyna is full HP.
planted the spike.
My bad.
Remember, bullets hurt.
Try to play contact.
Let's play mid, let's play. Okay, never mind. Play on it.
I'm sure we can kill the guy playing elbow.
Wow, my eyes are down.
Just it.
Gotta go. There. Enemy A.
Allez.
Last player standing.
C'est à quoi la nuance?
Spike down A.
Purée, c'est tellement brindé de shit. Je dash. Je te prends en garde.
30 seconds
Aucun
left.
vrai duel.
Fight's not over, you know.
Cambio. Same play, contact. There's always one came close.
I'll stun it and then dash on it.
It's not over yet. Go. Stop it. We're good. Spike down B.
One more backside. Two backside.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
C'est fait, regardez quoi?
One downside to being immortal. Can't lose it.
So good. You have a neon in KO, let's just rush B.
Oh yeah, true.
Reloading. Get on with it.
Gotta go. Get out of my way. What? Here we go.
Oh, in the smoke, close Boba.
Last player standing.
Wow.
Listen up, you muckers. If I don't get back up, just give me a nudge. I might not be dead. Take no shit.
In a request.
Need a drop.
Okay, got it. Shit. I'll try to get one on mid.
Yeah, we just need to play for picks, I think.
Cutting their vision.
One market.
I'm pushing A.
Had your fun. My turn.
He went back, he went back.
One Boba at least.
Two top mid.
Feeling fed. One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Good job, guys.